Hi, welcome back to me and Mon Ami, and you guessed it, we've got another portable power station to check out, but this time this is an Allpowers top of the range 2016 watt hour. It's an absolute beast of a machine. Let's take a look at it and then let's see just how much charge it can add to little old Elton. So this might just be the biggest power station we've looked at since the early days of this channel, when do you remember we looked at that ginormous Bluetti that Mr. Boo had to move with his forklift truck? Well, this one is also quite a beast, but let's take a look at it. Let's power it on. If you remember last week we were looking at the AFRI and we were saying what an incredible dial it had. This is clear in daylight. It's nothing like as big as the other one, but it is clear. You can actually read it in sunlight, which is a massive improvement on the early days of these things. So what have we got? Well, as we always say, this is essentially a giant battery pack. It's a battery pack you can fast charge from a power socket at home, or you can do it from the old solar, which we've got the solar range down there. Once it's charged up, you can then power up the various bits. Here you have got two USB-C sockets, but these are 100 watts, so those are real fast power delivery. They'll charge up your laptop, they'll charge up your big devices fast. And you've got two USB-As, which are at 18 watt, which will, they're a reasonable speed. So you've only got 4 in total. Sometimes you see 6 on these, but you've got 2 power delivery ones, 2 100 watts, which I think is quite rare. You've got 4 conventional power sockets here. Obviously these are the French ones. If you buy it in Britain or the States or wherever, it'll come with your own requisite socket. And when you turn these on, you actually get a little icon on the screen there that shows power socket. Similarly, when you turn these on, you get an icon which shows a USB-C. And similarly, when you turn this on, you power up your old cigarette lighter socket, which we use a lot in the Citroen with our portable power station to power on our Viofo dash cam and our peripherals and our Bluetooth speakers and all the cameras we use when we're filming. And you've got these 2 sockets here, these 12 volt 10 amp sockets, which I have never used, but I'm reliably informed that people with boats and people with caravans things they're very useful. What have you got round the side? Well, here you have something that we've never seen before on any of the power stations that we've reviewed, because what you've got here are 2 sockets that allow you to plug in a cable and basically mount another one of these batteries on top of here and another one on top of here. So you could, I think, have 3 batteries of this size. So we're talking about a system here that you could use at home. You could put this range of solar, or you could get a slightly more permanent range of solar, a bit more weatherproof perhaps, put it on your balcony, put it on your terrace, power these up, and you may find that you're going to save yourself an awful lot of money as the years go down, particularly if you live in somewhere with quite a lot of sunlight. I think we're going to see a lot more of this type of thing, because I've seen a few companies, Anchor I think have brought another one of these onto the market, where they're sort of straddling between being a system in which you've turned your whole house solar and a sort of more portable system in which you're perhaps powering maybe 30, 40, 50% of your house on solar, and doing it for maybe under £5,000. Obviously a big solar system, a lot more expensive. And then you come around to this side, and these very glamorous green styling, which are the air vents, and you can see under here, this is where you plug in the power socket, the power cable, so you can just plug that in domestically and fast charge this. This really does charge up very quickly. And then you've got the other socket here, which is where you will plug in your solar. And you've also got your power cutout here in case you overpower the thing. It's a sort of fuse system. So what we're going to do now is we're going to plug this into Elton, and we're going to see just how much charge this can deliver to Elton, and we're going to see just how practical it is in terms of size, because this is a beast. So as if by magic, I changed my hat, I changed my t-shirt, I changed my location, because, well, frankly, the parking charges were getting very high down there on the beach. So we've come into the shade, and the heat is getting a bit hot. and we're going to test out this on Elton, and we're going to see just how much extra range it gives us. Now, I think the battery we tested last week, we managed to get up to 24 kilometers of extra range. That is currently the all-time record of one of these power stations. Right, so let's turn on the beast. Turn it onto the front there, and we'll just plug our Citroen cable in one of these 4 sockets you've got at the front here. There we go, finally, it's showing on the screen, and hopefully it'll get to about 2050 watts of output, and we will let it charge, and we'll see just how much charge we can add to our ME. We started at what, 23 kilometers? Yeah? 23 kilometers on the clock. Let's see what happens. So you see the output now getting up to around 2000. It'll get to about 2050, which is usually around the peak. And we're down to 98%, and this dial again you can see pretty clearly in the daylight. Now you'll also see behind me we've got the Allpowers solar panels here. Now these are an interesting development because we've all seen these, they all fold out, and there's 200 watts of power in these particular solar panels. But the best thing about them is look how light they are. I remember getting some of these a couple of years ago from another company, and they were sort of about 20 kilos. They really weren't that portable. This I think comes in about 7 or 8 kilos. It's absolutely fine. Well, we've just stopped, and we've stopped at 5%, and of course some of these batteries have a protection system, which means that they stop at 5% to stop them going to totally flat. When we looked at the other week, it didn't. So that is all we're going to get out of it. Let's now, moment of truth, find out how much extra range it added to our Citroen ME. Come round here, Mr. Boo. Ooh, tension mounts. Are you ready? Stick the key in, as they say in prison. And here we go. We were at 23. We're now at 42. So we've added 19. So we haven't quite added as much as our record, but that's still quite significant. That's 19 kilometers of range added. But of course, the other thing you've got with this big beast is the issue of, will it actually go into the car? Well, pretty obviously it will not fit in the luggage slot here at the front of the car. So the only way you could put that in the car, it does fit here on the passenger side because we've travelled with it, is to just put it in here, but you're certainly not going to use it with a passenger. But the big advantage you've got with that system is, of course, it's modular, and you can power all your stuff at home and you can stack them up. Anyway, check the links in the description, have a look at the special offers we've got on that Allpowers system, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like, please give us a comment, and remember everyone, stay charged. Bye.